Since the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370, Tzu Chi volunteers have been mobilized to extend their care and support to the distressed families waiting for news of their loved ones. In fact, Tzu Chi's affinity was formed with Malaysia Airlines when a Memorandum of Understanding was signed between the two back in 2007. As part of the agreement, Tzu Chi will, in the event of a disaster, help by providing care, food and transport to the airline's emergency management center. Let's take a look.
News of missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 has made headlines over the past few days. As 10 countries join in the search of the missing aircraft, families of passengers are enduring an agonizing wait for answers. Immediately following the incident, volunteers of the international Buddhist NGO Tzu Chi Foundation were mobilized in Beijing and Kuala Lumpur to provide any assistance possible.
Because of the language barriers, MAS staff often have trouble communicating with family members. But most of the Tzu Chi volunteers know how to speak Mandarin and Cantonese, so they'll be able to tend to their needs.
81 years old this year, Tzu Chi operated a medical transport plane during the Vietnam War and was also a chief pilot of China Airlines. In 1994, Tzu witnessed firsthand Tzu Chi's efficiency in mobilizing its volunteers during the Nagoya plane crash. During the tragic plane crash in Dayuan in 1998 and again in Penghu in 2002, the blue and white clad Tzu Chi volunteers were there to help. In 2002, Malaysia Airlines established an emergency management center where employees are deployed as volunteers to provide support and care in the event of a disaster. With 1/4 of the airline's passengers predominantly Chinese, MAS staff, who are mostly Muslim, have been unable to handle non-Muslim cases effectively. Hence, at the Aviation Emergency Response Conference held in Bangkok in 2006, manager of the Emergency Management Center, Mr. Maud Fuad Sharuji, expressed an interest in working with the Buddhist NGO. Finally, in 2007, a Memorandum of Understanding was signed with the Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter on August 16th, marking the start of a joint partnership between Tzu Chi and MAS.
就是由慈济志工组成的一个电话接线的团队来去应对。
In the event of a disaster, volunteers assume roles as translators and co-operators to liaison with Chinese-speaking family members. We will also dispatch a group to the airport or at the scene of the accident, and where food provisions are running low, Tzu Chi will step in to provide food.
没有粮食供应的情况之下，提供一些紧急的一个食物。
慈济与马航签署了合作备忘录之后
Since the signing of the MOU, several training seminars and drills are conducted each year in this MAS training center behind me.
进行各项的模拟演练课程。
These professional seminars and training courses have helped prepare Tzu Chi volunteers for efficient second-line humanitarian relief operations in the event of mishaps.
去年刚巧在东马沙巴古达地区发生一个比较小型的
An air accident occurred in Kudat Sabah last year. Tzu Chi volunteers stepped in to accompany the victims' families. We didn't need much manpower at the time, so we only mobilized a few volunteers. But compared to the intensity of this recent incident, there is still a lot for us to learn.
经验上其实还是有很多成长的空间。
The various training and air disaster drills have helped improve the volunteers' skills, and in the unfortunate event of a disaster, Tzu Chi volunteers will be ready to assume their responsibilities to provide comfort and love to help families in need.